You are tired of the nether, the constant flames of the underworld, and the fear that this may be the last step you take. And the end, other than the wings you sought after so much, it's nothing but a voidless wasteland. The community there really don't like to be gazed at either. So how about we take a trip somewhere new, and somewhere everyone would want to visit. This is heaven, or as we shall all know it by, the Aether. There is something for everyone. You can jump and fall upon the clouds. Even if you may take one step too many, you will be safe and land safely back onto the earth. Food that'll give you the best saturation to keep you moving for days, from the sweet berries to the enchanted berries. Their here is ultimately divine, and even have a few holiday surprises like candy canes and the gingerbread men. The mobs here are very unique, finding flying pigs and cows to the fluff bunnies that'll populate your world. The only dangers would be the bleak, black mini tornadoes that'll spawn creepers, and of course, the bosses. The islands, the amount of islands and vastness that you can conquer yourself. The builds you could create, the monuments you could structure from the ground up. It would look monumental upon these lands. But of course, you are definitely here for something different. Not just for the islands you can conquer, or the bosses you may slay, or even the amazing blocks that could be utilized. You are here for upgrades, and there are plenty to find. From elemental swords of lightning or fire, to the Valkyrie's full set and a lance, you have some nice items you may want to come here and find. Just be careful with what you loot, because a mimic may be the only thing you dare try to collect. Now, of course, with all that loot you may collect, from the elemental swords of fire and ice, to the ability to shoot lightning out of your hands, you will want to use it on something different, something more powerful. And this is where the boss of the dimension comes into play. But the journey to get to these bosses would not be easy. You would need to traverse the lands, the islands. It may not be dangerous, but you can still take a really, really far tumble. And all you will need is if you have your hands on your elytra, or if you have your hands on the parachutes that you can get in the game. You will start off with a single parachute as soon as you go into the portal. Once you come out, you can float anywhere you may like. And if you think you can't reach it, float onto the clouds. You can walk among the skies. You can take the skies in your own way. And if you want to go even further, you can use the fluff bunnies you can find along these lands, and you can use them to your advantage. Because if you pick it up and put it on your head, you can float even further beyond your original capabilities. You can get to these builds. You will get to the boss fight in the sky. You will get to the Valkyrie's chamber. Just be careful, because each and every chest you may open has a chance to just become a trap. You fight the Valkyries in the dungeon in the sky. You will take on the leader after you give her 10 medals that you have taken from the warriors you have fought. And she is no pushover. You need really good gear. She has the ability to summon thunderballs. She can take flight. She has a sword that can take you down half and pierce your armor. She has lightning strikes. She can thunder blast your ass straight into the earth. She is one gal you do not want to mess with. And after all of your troubles and after all of that, the first dungeon is over. You do not want to mess with this boss. Even though it may seem easy, it is called the Slider. And even though it may be in a chess piece-like pattern formation, it is still strong. You need really good armor, and you need a pickaxe, because a sword will not penetrate this stone barrier. Now, of course, you can always imagine as the blocks are fighting back, but I think we have fought even harder. If you want more of this cinematic type experience, you should watch my other video, which is about the dimension of the Between Lands. I promise, no talking in that one, and it actually looks kind of good.